Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle Vancouver by Night Delve into Darkness. As a warning, this is a mature game and explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. If anyone feels uncomfortable or triggered during the game, they can use the yellow and red card system in our private chat on the Zoom call. Or I have also put the list of our yellow and red cards. I've compiled it all into one big list and put it in our Zoom chat so everybody has that available to them. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are going to be available on YouTube after the game, so you can always come back to an episode if you feel ready, or skip ahead to the next one. So, it's time to thank our sponsors. First up is Mikhail Artoria of Artoria Designs, who creates these beautiful dice boxes. Please visit him on Instagram, and I'll have the link over there in the chat. If you want one of these, they're amazing. They've got like the leather bit on the inside to not only keep the dice safe, but to make sure that if you're using like level up dice, the aluminum dice, you won't just bust up your dice rolling tray. And Martlet Games. Martlet Games is a collective of TTRPG veterans ready to work for you. From actual play production to tabletop game development, they're a one-stop shop for all your creative needs. Investing in the World of Darkness streaming community helps keep channels like this one online and thriving, and they greatly appreciate any love you can share with them on their Patreon or various media platforms. Links will be over there. And Dogmite Games, which I'm going to have to make a little bit of noise on because I wrapped mine up after last game because I like keeping it safe because it's amazing. So Dogmite Games is the best gaming company you've never heard of. They combine craftsmanship and artistry to create truly unique pieces of functional art for your game, from dice boxes and rolling trays to fully sculpted Valhalla screens for GMs. Each piece is created on-site in their workshop in Michigan by a devoted team of craftsmen. And I've got the Gangrel one. Let's see, there it is. Oh yeah, look at that, Gangrel. Which are the best clan? Just accept it. It's fine. You don't have to fight or argue about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Also, if you like Dogmite stuff, you definitely want to subscribe to our YouTube, which is just over there, and you have a chance of winning one of these awesome player pads. And on top of all of that, if you do win the player pad, your choice of clan goes on it. So whatever clan you pick, we will pass it along to the awesome people at Dogmite, and they will make you your own player pad with the clan of choice. And now it's time to introduce our vampires. Starting up in the regular position, that would be Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna, and I will be playing Abigail for you today. Both of our pronouns are she, her, and I am so looking forward to seeing the changelings and not eating them at all, whatsoever.
That was an oddly specific example. Prince. You're muted.
Hello, everyone. I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. I will be playing Jalil Jakato, the Seneschal. Both of our pronouns are he, him, and we're going to fuck some shit up tonight. Probably. Maybe.
And Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike. I will be playing Prince. No, Mordecai. No appellation necessary. Also, looking forward to absolutely not eating or embracing any changelings in any way.
I don't believe you. Sara.
Hello, my name is Sara, and I'll be playing Prince Jude Duncan, the only Prince of Vancouver. She, her for the both of us. And, Jude's just trying to protect the city. At what point is she going to have to protect it from Mordecai and possibly Duran and possibly Ja? But maybe Abigail will stay with me.
Humanity
Love you
7, baby.
guys.
It's almost like vampires are basically just a den of vipers, really.
Ja doesn't want the city. So that's the only thing that I have to say to add to that. Ja doesn't want the city.
Fair enough.
Cliff, last but not least.
Happy Time Zone viewers, my name is Cliff. This evening I'll be playing Duran Giovanni, a man who was a simple tailor and would like to remain a simple tailor, who knows nothing about the eating of... What I do in my lab behind the tailor shop remains between me and my lab behind the tailor shop thing. It's better than Vegas.
And on that note, so last time we saw the intrepid vampires that are over in this direction, they were making some deals, I want to say. There was discussions about what's going on with regards to the sub-basement of the Raffle Fine Auction House and the rather interesting things that are occurring there. They discovered that the local mage traditions have made a deal with the technocracy to deal with this particular threat, so that ups the importance level of it by a fair chunk. So when the absolute last point that we saw them, they were trying to get a hold of Chauncey, who is the herald of the Baroness of the Changelings, and the phone was just ringing, and it did not stop. There was no answer.
No answer, no voicemail?
No answer and no voicemail.
Huh.
So, I believe we decided to forego rushing off to save Chauncey at this particular point in time, and we're going to go to the next evening where the plans will be made to possibly check on Chauncey. Who knows? It's entirely up to the players. They could just leave Chauncey alone, really.
Chauncey doesn't. Does Chauncey want?
Leave Chauncey alone.
Never. No.
And not
Honestly.
leave Brittany alone.
Chris Crocker.
Give me that
So-
Chris Crocker action.
That's right.
So, I'm going to get a rouse check from everyone.
Of
Bob-
course you are.
Could Jude have fed
Yes.
after the phone call? Okay.
Everyone is
Super
down
duper.
to one hunger at the moment.
That's great to
before the
hear.
rouse check.
That's probably good.
Mean.
It's probably not bad.
Where is my Banu Hakim dice? Oh, not Gangrel, you.
Hey.
There we are. Nope, that's what I get. I rolled a venture die.
Oh, whoa. 2 thumbs down so far from Abigail and Ja. Thumbs up from Mordecai.
And I'm gonna ruin
Okay.
the run.
Thumbs up from Mordecai and Jude. Thumbs down from everybody else. So,
This, of course, doesn't factor into what the night's going to foretell for all of us at all.
no, not at all. Duran, what you hear is, Duran,
Si Padre. As soon as I'm waking up, you are not even giving me time to kind of get the sand out of my eyes these days. Hurry, hurry, hurry. What is the...
sand out of your eyes. What
We
are you,
are-
some
we
kind
are-
of Suddite?
We are undead. That was a poor joke. That was not a good one. I
Was
would have
it?
gone with a changeling type joke, but that's me.
There aren't that many
Yes.
changelings
What?
in Egypt. What are you talking about?
What can I do for you, Padre, as if I do not know what you're going to say?
Well, you should eat someone, first of all.
See, that is on the plan for tonight.
Second of
I
all,
a
have you
menu.
seen how late it is? I'm extremely disappointed in you.
I'm getting up earlier than you are.
Are you, though?
See, I am. I've seen some of the stuff you've pulled. You do some great rituals, and I have to tell you, the showmanship is amazing. But there are only so many ways that you can rip a beating heart out of a man's chest in order to step into the Wraithlands, and that tells after a while, Padre. It does. I don't think I'm the only one that should seek therapy.
Well, do you want to end up like me?
Oh, that is my fondest dream, because then maybe you would fuck off and leave me alone.
And that's the last you hear about that. Ja. Sorry, I caught you when you're going to be taking a drink. I'll skip
We're
over
good.
to Abigail. Okay, let's go with Ja. Ja hears the random cacophony of voices once again. And there's somebody else that, yeah, you don't know me, really. I'm like about the third or fourth guy that was in here. Yeah, we got rid of the other guy. He was kind of annoying. But you should probably eat something.
So he was annoying, but saying the same shit as you.
Well, we're kind of your id, so we have to kind of, let you
So
know.
what are you, like the Speaker of the House or something?
Kind of, yeah. There's a whole voting process. Let's be honest. There was a little bit of ritual combat at the beginning, but no, yeah, we just kind of vote now. It's kind of weird.
Was it honorable?
The vote? Yeah. It was a secret ballot. We had kind of like a runoff thing. You had to vote, like, write down several different names,
I feel like I might be more bloodthirsty than you these days. You need to step your edge up.
Yeah. Well, once the, once
Maybe I'll eat a prince. How about that?
that works.
Not our prince, but another one.
I mean, like Anarch Barons are basically kind of like dollar store princes, so you could probably just
Yeah.
eat one of those.
They're like the Wish version of a prince. Ugh.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, and the Gangrel ones really, really smell. Honestly, I thought the Malkavians would be the ones, but they take great care of themselves.
Well, they are meticulous.
I keep this in mind. Well, you're not going anywhere
I,
else.
I don't know if you want to eat one of the Malkavian ones, though.
Yeah.
I mean, well, there's enough of us up here. Do you want to add, like, ones that
But
are
wouldn't
connected to
that
the
be
moon?
getting
I mean,
the maximum amount of value for my bite? Like, there's a bunch of you. If I take one of them, it might be like getting a bunch of you in one. I've seen that X-Men show, Legion.
actually, experimentation? Yeah, we might as well try that. Let's try that.
Deal.
And that's the last you hear about that. And now,
Don't let me find a Malkavian.
Abigail, you hear, by the way, buy our merch. Abigail?
Abigail's going to try and be really, really quiet and hope that Winston goes away.
Abigail, you should eat someone. Don't try to ignore me. You know you can't ignore me.
I can most certainly try.
No, you can't. Back in the war, we were on the beaches, in the air, at sea.
Right. Okay. I mean, you were on the radio a lot. There was that.
Yes. You were
Yes.
at that place.
I was in places. You were on the radio. Shall we then?
Are you going to eat?
Probably.
Well, that's acceptable.
Yes, of course it is. Now go away.
That's the last you hear about that. So, let's go with some of the others that I did not just do their beast for. See what's... Jude would probably be the first to awaken.
Yeah, I think actually Jude and Abigail would wake up around the same time.
Yes, but I just talked with Abigail, so we'll talk with
Oh,
you to
true.
get
Right. Duh.
get everybody in here.
Yeah, of course. So I mean, Jude is not really trying to be frivolous about her leaving the chantry to go and like wander around and do stuff, because I think she very much has like everybody's voice of the coterie in her head to like not be putting herself in any unnecessary danger. um I think that she in this sort of arc of studying and research that she's been doing, she might have gone home and immediately looked into any like demonology stuff in the chantry, to try to understand like the philosophy around the Bali, and kind of like what they're trying to accomplish, how they manifest those things. She just feels very like lost on some of that stuff, so she's trying to understand the threat.
There's a fair chunk of reading to be done with regards to that.
Okay.
Cassius would definitely point you in the right direction. But for like, there's like tomes upon tomes of kind of like demonology, like
Okay.
philosophy type books that you would have to pour through. That will take a fair chunk of time. You might be able to get through like one or two of them. They're also printed in various different languages as well. Like, you'd have
Yeah.
to kind of like cross-reference things and break out the old Latin to English source book that I'm guessing every Tremere Chantry has.
Yes. And one thing I was thinking too is if I could sort of like enlist other people to sort of aid me in like this research project. So like get Gretchen on this, get Junie on this, maybe get any other kind of like Tremere neonates that are vibing in the Chantry to just like help me like do this as fast as possible. Just, and I wonder like could I get any like information, like takeaways from the beginning research that I've done?
The kind of main takeaway from just the one day, like even with a bunch of people working on it, would be that they are connected to demons, like they worship demons. They're attempting to corrupt things, but not Mordecai type corrupt things. Yeah, that's right. You know what you did.
One day he'll just accept who he is and stop pretending to be offended. One day.
The shade.
Okay. So that's okay, that's fine. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I think every hour that she's not actively doing something with the coterie or related to like Camarilla things, she's studying. Let me just check if I need any ritual stuff here. I don't believe so. I think I'm good there.
Yeah, I think you have a few set up for each at this point.
Yes, I do.
But if you
Cool.
want to like top it up to like kind of add like one or two more for whatever ones that you want to do, then yeah, you can do that. You'd have more than enough time.
Okay, I'm going to just then have made 2 more principal infusions. That's all I'm gonna add.
Okay.
Cool. I think that's probably it. And I think she's going to be like, she might text the group chat and say, do we want to meet up and check and go to check on Chauncey? Like, go right there to see what's going on.
We'll have
Abigail
that.
would text back. Good idea.
This is all occurring once Abigail and Jude are the ones awake. Everyone else is going to wait probably about 2 hours, give or take.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, just more study time for Jude, so that's fine.
Is Abigail joining in on the study?
Abigail is joining in on the studying. Abigail's also, after the first meeting with Cassius, sent out a message to Kevin, basically asking, saying, kind of an all hands on deck situation. Do you want to take a trip up here and help us out? Could use your help, your eyes, your ears, and your knowledge.
You would get back kind of a quizzical like gif that is like the question marks around the one person's head, like question mark, and they're like, and then a response of, why can I not do that from here?
Abigail says, you can. I'm offering you a free trip and lodging.
Done.
Okay, so Abigail books a plane ticket for Kevin based on Kevin's preferences.
Kevin
Obviously,
would not be taking a plane to travel. Given
he doesn't want to take the Vampire Express from San Jose.
There's a lot of security cameras on planes and airports and such, so he would be taking a train.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there's a lot of cameras. Not so much in the cargo hold of a train, though, or in the boxcar of a train.
Fair enough. So Abigail helps Kevin make the arrangements and takes care of the payments and things like that. And then goes to join Jude in doing the studying.
There is like a ridiculously large library in the Chantry, and there's like dusty books upon dusty books and stacks of them, and flipping them open and blowing dust off of them type thing. Like, it's just absolutely like something anyone would stereotypically think that exists in a Tremere Chantry. This is what that particular library looks like. And
it's the nerdiest montage of all time.
Yeah.
Well, and just as a point of reference, most libraries, they have stairs going up, but given that the Tremere Chantry is underground, the Tremere Chantry's library starts at level, basically underground level 2, and then has winding stairs that go down and down and down and down and down even further.
For a visual reference, and this is my Ron Perlmanism of the day, the opening scene of Beauty and the Beast with Ron Perlman and Linda Hamilton, there was a long staircase that goes down. Picture it like that.
Callback.
Yeah. I had to get the Ron Perlman in because she's probably not going to appear in this episode. And if Ron Perlman ever wants to play Vampire the Masquerade.
I'm sorry about my child.
So I believe Ja and Duran have the same humanity level, which is above Mordecai. So, I will let...
It's not much of an accomplishment.
That's a low bar
really
to clear.
Low bar.
Yeah, the bar is, we're limbo experts here.
It's less of a bar you have to jump over. It's more of a bar you have to kind of step over.
Considering Mordecai just slithered under and you're saying.
Goddamn. So, Duran, upon your awakening,
See,
the books are laid out. The other shop, it's kind of doing that dip again, dipping into the red a little bit and then back up above into the black. It may need some more kind of strong arming. Yeah,
personal attention. Yep. So I'm going to, I'll make a phone call and book a time to drop by the shop and spend some quality time with the people there. Sometime in the next couple of nights.
Okay.
Let them know that I'm very busy, but I adore them all, and I will come and make sure that everything is working as it should be. The boss is there for them to talk with.
Dropping the warning before you give them the surprise white glove
Oh yeah,
inspection. Like,
yep. And I'm of course I'm going to say, I will come Friday next, and I will make sure to show up on Wednesday.
so at this point, you could probably see a montage of Duran's employees when they get that particular message the next day, kind of doing the rushing around, cleaning everything, and Windexing everything down. So after that, the group chat is an alert on the phone.
Let's check that. I'm going to text, how are we going? Question mark. Enter.
Meet at the convention center? Question mark. No time to waste. Clock emoji.
I will send a thumbs up emoji. It is a new thing that I have learned.
I'm so proud of Duran. Jude sends like heart eyes emoji.
I don't get that one, but that's okay.
And Ja, upon your awakening, what is Ja up to?
Other than being angry, just at life in general, I think Ja would wake up, look at the text messages. It's like, can we have one night without supernatural fuckery? Just one. Maybe read a book, have a dinner, go to a movie, do something, family trip. I don't fucking know. No, instead, we're going to go meet changelings in their court because that makes the most sense. And then Ja, as he's musing to himself, he's like, okay, in the text message with the thumbs up emoji just to copy Duran's. And I think Ja would probably pull up in front of the Tremere Chantry and just wait.
In the hybrid?
In the hybrid, yeah.
Okay. Mordecai, now that you're awake.
What? Sorry.
Now that Mordecai is awake, Mordecai gets basically that particular stream of texts.
Ignore it. Pick it up. Look at it. What does it say again? Sorry.
There's a long stream of, should we go check on Chauncey, thumbs up emojis, and from what you can tell, the consensus is to meet at the convention center.
Straight into the lion's den, hey? Ooh. Wakes up, stretches. Morning calisthenics.
Whoever's typing, mute.
Greeting his... I love lore sheets, just saying. Out of an out-of-character thing. Goes down, greets his flock, which is I must call it. Parades a bit before going to his office, doing some things, make some phone calls, making sure, or at least some text calls, suitably obscured, making sure that everyone is still coming. Give them warning.
They're in transit, so it's going to
strange happenings. You will still be safety assured. Cleaning up Prince's mess, whatever. will not affect business. Gonna walk by, say hello to the snakes.
They are still indifferent.
Of course. But I expect nothing. I expect nothing else from a gift from Mordecai's sister.
Well, I'm just waiting for you to get aspect or animalism, and then
Nice.
like start talking to the snakes, and the snakes will be like, "All right, he's talking to us now. Great."
Sure, whatever, buddy. Sure. Go downstairs. Ensure the dojo is fighting form.
It is indeed.
Consult with Alexia, consult with Diana, make sure that the money is all where it needs to be.
It is
collect mercy.
The money's moving where it's supposed to be moving to,
That's all I need
and
to know.
coming in from where it's supposed to be coming in from.
I love lore sheets. I'm just saying.
Your snake coin is making money.
I'm not right, but it's behind a paywall, so I mean, there's only so much you can do. All right, but it's important, and you need to invest in it. No, you don't. And yeah, I guess we'll head straight to the convention center, I guess.
All right. So let's do a little. Actually, let's flip back over to the Tremere Chantry. How was Jude and Abigail going to be making it to the Tremere or the convention center?
Do we know that Jaw is outside with the car?
You do not.
Okay.
Do we see the car?
Are you going to be going out from the Tremere Chantry and just like walking to the convention center?
Well, we'd probably be like calling an Uber or something. I think. What do you
Jude's
think?
scared to walk anywhere.
Let's
She's
call
Yeah,
that-
that's why I'm
something
thinking.
is gonna. Yeah.
Let's call it the storyteller need to know.
I mean, nobody asked me, so I don't know.
Well, okay. What about this? If we walk outside with the intention to like call a ride share, but then do we perhaps see Prince's car or Jaw's car and recognize it?
How close would Ja be? Would he like pull right
that's
up
my
to the front, park in
Oh
front?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Zhao would be completely conspicuous.
Like get
Okay.
out and lean up
This
against
this
like,
is
the car.
this is a power play by Zhao. I know where you live.
Okay. I never tried to hide it, but okay. So I guess if Jude would like, I feel like maybe Abigail and Jude be walking out together and then like see the car and like walk towards it and be like, hey, hi.
Hello, get in.
Yeah, let's go.
Hello. Greetings. Good evening. Yes, let's go.
Yep, she gets in right away.
So does Abigail.
All right.
I figured we'd skip the fluff and Jude being confused about whether or not to get a ride with some rando, and I just show up.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate this ride that you are giving me.
It's a dangerous world out there.
Indeed.
So, let's. Unless there's conversation that's going to be occurring in the
Ja
car.
has nothing else unless they start talking to Ja. Ja's just like dead silent now, driving.
No, Jude is focused. She's thinking about like what's going on, so she's not really trying to make any small talk or funny quips.
Abigail doesn't make any funny quips. She just kind of asked Jaw, do you want to put on some music, perhaps? I don't know what kind of music you listen to. I'd be interested in hearing.
Is this your way of saying you want to know more about me?
No, well, I mean,
Is this like a
you're obviously a very
psychoanalysis or something like that?
no,
You're
you're
trying
a
to make
nice.
sure that I can stand up to the pressures of being the seneschal.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah,
Okay, no, no,
pump the
no, no,
brakes, not
no,
literally.
no,
But
no. I mean, I like different types of music, and I don't know what kind of music you like, and I'm kind of interested in hearing any new types of music that I haven't heard. So, I mean, what do you listen to?
Uh, and then Ja turns on the radio, and the most emo shit ever just starts playing, and he just cranks it all the way up so he can't hear y'all ask him any more questions.
And Abigail's like okay with this. She's like, okay, it's emo, cool, and she kind of just sits back and bops her head.
So let's fast forward in that point to the convention center. Duran probably would have been able to walk fairly easily. Mordecai and Ja's cars would be pulling up around the same time, and since Duran is the physical closest, he would have easily been able to beat everybody else there. So would you be pulling into like there is a kind of down like underground parking area that's there. For Ja and Mordecai.
Wait, what?
Would you pull into like the underground parking? Would you be parking like right in front of the convention center? Anything like that?
Would I get ticketed for parking in front of the? You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Yeah, I'll park in front of the convention center.
So when Mordecai pulls up, or Mordecai's limo pulls up, you would see Ja's car parked right in front of the convention center.
Beans. I feel like I should have flags on the front of my limo.
Flags.
Just haven't decided what country I want to represent.
I mean, that's fair.
someone design a Prince Jude flag. That'll fly on Mordecai's limo. How about that?
Black background with a white.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I mean, that pretty much sums it up. All right. So now that everybody, I guess, is piling out of vehicles.
Well, I'm not. I'm just kind of standing there leaning against a wall, watching them pile out of vehicles.
As we're piling out, Abigail's gonna turn on Sense the Unseen.
Probably a good idea. Let's
I shall do the same.
Witty specs roll.
That's 4 for me.
Only 2 for me.
You both kind of close your eyes a few times, blink, and you open your senses to the supernatural that's around you, and there's not really anything wraith related, but there is you can see sort of like wisps of kind of like yellowish kind of smoke coming from the far end of the convention center where you would have gone down to see the changeling court. But it doesn't seem to be like it's not like violently moving like a fire would. It's just sort of like seems like kind of like wisps of smoke.
Sorry, and is Jude the only one who sees this?
Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah.
No, you would both see it. How many successes did you get? 2? Yeah, you would have seen it.
Okay.
So Jude like looks over to Abigail and is like, "Do you see that weird smoke stuff?"
It is unusual. I mean, it kind of looks like. Well, what do you think it looks like?
I don't know. I'm trying to think about all the other stuff we've seen in since I've been here, and I'm trying to match it with some other time, but I can't remember a time I saw something like this.
I mean, it kind of looks like a La Sombra thing, I think. Maybe there's. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but kind of similar. Either way, we should be on our guard, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. I hope Chauncey's okay, and the Baroness for that matter.
Me too.
So, are you all making your way to that particular area?
Yeah, are we reunited yet?
Yeah, you would all be
Everybody's
kind of in the
together
same
now?
area. Yeah.
Okay, so Jude, whenever Mordecai and Duran get there.
I was there before you arrived.
Oh yeah,
he was there.
That's
first.
right. You were already there. Okay, so once everyone is reunited and we're all together, she kind of is like, to Mordecai and Duran, I hope tonight you'll keep your macabre hypotheticals to yourself.
I mean, what kind of well, okay, you know what? I'm not going to say anything because I'm not entirely too happy about having lupines and sandwich to begin with, but at least he was an ally.
You say was as if it is past tense.
Did he not say lose my number?
I don't exactly consider any of these people allies, more of acquaintances that can help us should a situation arrive. People that we owe favors or owe us favors.
Emotions got a little warm. So he walks away, and what happens with Pentex in this city? They do whatever they want. If we want him back on our side feeling good, we wipe out the Pentex office. Big deal.
I understand, but we need help now.
See,
we have help now.
We have help. What do we need from Senior Johnson now?
I don't know what he could have offered us potentially.
As far as I could see, we had reached the end of that inquiry. There wasn't anything else I could think of asking, nor did anyone else pop up any ideas. It was actually a whole lot of not much from Senior Johnson.
I hate pop-ups.
We know a little bit about Baneling spirits now. We know a little bit about these dancers of the Black Spiral thing. They may or may not be involved. Hard to say. There's some oogity going on in the air. Everyone is saying that. No one is saying what it is. So we got questions. I did not hear many answers. I am going to hazard a guess they will be the same here, that from Chauncey and the court, we will get questions and not a whole lot of answers. But if you get enough questions, maybe things will start to fall into place. I don't know. The mages don't seem to know what's going on. Our people don't seem to know what's going on. The lupines, at least that we've spoken with, don't seem to know what's going on. I do not hold out that the changelings will have the key. So that's 4 supernatural races who do not know what is going on. I can pretty much guarantee if I tap the wraiths hard, they won't know what's going on, which will give us 5 out of 5. I'm going to guarantee the humans better not know what's going on.
I understand that. I just what I am trying to convey is that
you would like us to be a little more politic and diplomatic in the way we talk about things when we are around people who are not us.
Correct. Yeah, and the fact that, like you said, no one seems to know what's going on. So when even we lose a tiny opportunity or lead, it feels impactful to me. I understand what you're saying, that he didn't give us that many answers. I understand that. So I'm very focused on trying to figure out what's going on. Abigail and I have been studying like at every free moment to try to get any information. It's so hard to come by that I am scared that something will slip through our fingers in situations like this. In any case, let's get going and just see what's going on with them and hope
See,
that maybe they even have one
we
answer.
will be among the changeling court. This is not the place to talk about embracing changelings. That was something we could talk about in front of the group. In front of the changelings, we will talk about embracing the group. Simple, see?
Jude makes a very sour face and says nothing.
I joke.
Okay.
I mean, embracing the Garou was what got us into, or talk about embracing the Garou was what got us. And never mind. You know what? Let's just go.
See,
Okay, so Jude is making her way. I think it's like what, like down
towards
stairs.
the back and then down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the convention center for everyone who has not experienced this yet. It kind of looks like a giant ship that is docked in the main part of that particular area of Vancouver. So you would walk around kind of the deck towards what would consider the back of it. Let me just double check something right quick to see. No, it's over Prince's left shoulder, but we can't see it on the camera. The other way. There we go. Yeah, it's just over here to the
Thanks,
right
Prince.
of that picture. Thanks, Prince. So yeah, you would walk around kind of the deck area of it to the and since you both have Sense the Unseen up, Jude and Abigail would still like becomes more prominent, like the part where you would have gone down to see where the changeling court was in the past episodes. It's kind of like, it's not so much billowing smoke, like it is very, very slowly moving, but it is kind of like a font of smoke like things that you can only see with Sense the Unseen up. But it is
And
kind
sorry,
of yellow and swirling.
yeah, okay. I was just about to ask, what's the color? Okay.
As we're walking across the space too, Duran's going to just kind of look around and go, it was not long ago. This area was just pure chaos. It cleans up quickly in this city.
It seems like so long ago, even though it really wasn't.
No, it was not long at all.
Well, ever forward, I suppose. And yeah, just I do think Jude would say like so with the special site, I am seeing this sort of slow moving yellow smoke that seems that I think only Abigail and I can see. I'm not, it doesn't look like something I've seen before or something I've encountered in the various things we've done. So that's a new one for me. I'm not really sure what that could signify.
I mean, it looks kind of Le Sombre-ish, but
Probably fuckery.
well, I mean that
Wait,
pretty much goes
yellow-
with it saying.
Yellow smoke is La Sombre-ish. I am not seeing the connection.
No, I mean the quality of it, I should say, not necessarily the coloring or anything like that, but just the quality of it kind of looks like
Kind of the way the
there's-
shadows move, I think, is like similar to the way that this is moving. The color is not necessarily a match, but we're just trying to identify any qualities we can. So I don't know if that, I guess maybe I wonder if something that we could ask them about, I suppose. Some unknown magic.
Perhaps.
All right. Well,
This all seems. I don't know. I don't trust any of these people.
I feel like out of all of our supernatural acquaintances, these are possibly the ones that will cause us the least amount of problems. Maybe that's not a I mean, I don't necessarily have anything to base that off of, but that's just kind of how I feel.
Which is why they're the ones I trust the least.
Yeah, full
I
sense
know
of
it in
security
one,
and all, I
Duran.
suppose.
I know
Nailed it
I
in
know
one.
what the guru are like and what they want for the most part. Samuel the Wraith, pretty solid. I know what he wants. Other of our sorts, I know exactly what they want. These ones, the changeling types, I have no idea. Mages, not so much, but they seem to be human plus a little twist. So figuring them out, not so rough. But these people, I do not know what they want. What they are about is interesting, strange, confusing, fantastical.
Well, maybe we can learn a little more with the right questions then.
See, that would be
And
good.
Jude will continue to like move toward. I believe there was like a door and like guard guys last time.
The door itself is flat on the surface of the quote unquote ship, but that's where the smoke is coming out of.
So I'm going to walk up and grab one of the handles, and before I start to lift, I'm going to look at the rest of them and go, did you know that words and ideas change? Terrific used to mean invoking terror, and then lift the door open.
Just before you do that, though, as Abigail and Jude notice that Duran reaches through the smoke, Duran disappears.
What? I'm sorry,
Well,
what?
that's unfortunate.
What?
Damn it. Was there a sound of any kind?
No sound.
No. Okay.
Abigail basically says, you know what? Fuck it. And follows Duran.
And
Wow.
Abigail then disappears.
And all this passive aggressive judgment for Mordecai, don't touch that. Mordecai, don't go here. And everybody just walks through this random door that's got smoke coming out of it.
Everybody.
Nice. 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 All right. Looks like it's up to me to save your asses again. I guess
Shut
I'll
up,
just follow the rest of
Mordecai.
them down.
God damn.
Is Mordecai going to the handles?
Waiting for everybody else to go through and then monologues.
Of course.
Monitoring and monologuing his way down.
Jude actually, she kind of crosses her arms and she looks at John and Mordecai and she's like, so what should I do here?
I'm going in after you.
Mordecai, why don't you go next?
Having the prince of the city and the seneschal my back where I can't see them.
That's right.
Not opportune, but that's all right. I've been in
Why would I want you?
We have amigos to save. Somebody want to stick their face down there to make sure it's not on fire?
I'm sure you're used to sticking your face into things.
Yeah, but this one involves fire. It's like a bit different.
I don't know what you get into.
Mordecai, just go. I'll be right behind you.
I'm going because my friends are down there. The
Yeah, I'm
Camarilla
sure
Prince
now
has no power over me.
Oh my god.
And I'll go in.
God. Holy shit.
When Mordecai reaches for the handle, he also disappears.
Ja looks around behind us. I think we're clear.
Wait, I just want to have. I'm just going to take 15 more seconds to be here without Mordecai. Okay. And she takes 15 more seconds. She waits 15 seconds.
Jaw, hand on shoulder, walks right behind you.
Yeah, and yeah, we touch the handle.
And somehow, Jude ends up with Oblivion with all the shade that she's been throwing around.
Let me put it on my sheet.
So, upon the last two disappearing in the regular world, they reappear with everyone else in the courtroom, which is completely empty. It is a large room that it seemed a lot more cramped the last time you were here, with all of the different changeling people that were here. It just didn't. It seems absolutely massive now.
So just as everyone else kind of pops up, Duran, I'll have my gun out. Because as soon as I translated, the gun came out of the shoulder holster.
Okay.
And they would have popped up in time probably to hear me say, Figlio di and Phantasma. I do not like when that happens. I like it when I do it.
Is everybody okay? Is everybody...
Well,
anybody feeling weird?
There was no other extra sensory, like, kind of ickiness or anything. It was just like you're in one place and then you're in another.
Is it dark?
So they got a new door.
It is not dark, but it seems a lot less vibrant than it used to.
Eyes of the Beast. Anything different?
No. Eyes of the Beast do not show you anything supernatural. For those
Does
who
it
have-
look like they moved out?
It kind of does.
so there's no like weaponry on like either side of that one door, whatever like that, the one that had
The two knight
was it-
guys
Oh,
that were
yeah.
standing there. That was on the
yeah,
outside.
like there's no
You're actually
there's no decorations or anything.
there is decorations. Like all of the it still looks like the ballroom, the room where court was held that you had seen before. But
So it has a new the ancient stonework.
Yeah, that's all there.
Oh.
And you appeared inside of the door.
Oh.
Like the two armed people would have been on the outside of that door. So you are already across the threshold.
Okay.
And since the unseen isn't showing anything.
Since the Unseen is kind of fritzing on you, like if you're using your vision, it's kind of like
Oh, deja vu.
putting on a pair of binoculars in a fireworks factory when the fireworks factory is on fire and everything's exploding. Like there's a lot of supernatural here and it's kind of overwhelming your senses.
Speaking of fire, where's the smoke coming from?
You have no idea.
And
Even
it
for
doesn't...
for the Sense the Unseen, there doesn't seem to be anything here that's on fire. There's no smoke that's coming from here.
Okay, so Jude is kind of gonna I think be a little bit affected by that with the Sense the Unseen up, and is kind of like shaking her head and just be like, there's a lot of weird supernatural interferences going on right now. It's really hard to tell what's going on. Now, storyteller, you say it's empty and stuff, kind of looks like they've moved out. Is there any sign of struggle, stuff knocked over, stuff out of place, liquid on the floor, anything like that?
Give me a wits and awareness.
Sure.
For anybody who would be checking such things.
I'm gonna rouse my wits here. I did pass.
Whereas as well, I passed.
What the heck? It's a theme tonight. Roused and passed.
Yeah, I guess same. And I passed as well. So
we're being a witty bunch right now.
There's rocks on the floor.
I take it you didn't rouse. You just went for the straight.
Oh, I roused.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I still only got one.
So everybody just succeeded your rouse check?
Oh.
Holy shit.
Yeah, wow, that
Succeeded
is
the rouse.
unusual.
And I rolled 2 3s. So, fuck.
I got 5.
Wait, you don't have any
Oh, 4
awareness,
successes.
Mordecai?
Oh no, of the rouse check when you add the extra 2.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That was a damn good dice roll. I got 6 out of 6 dice.
6, 7
Damn,
for Duran.
I got 7.
4 only for me.
4.
No, we gotta
and,
save these for when we get attacked.
Jude, what did you get for it?
I got 5.
I know, right?
4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah. 4,
Damn.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, we know what's going on in this room. Absolutely.
I mean, you can
Well-
add 2 to mine and make it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if you want.
No. So Mordecai notices that there's rocks on the ground. This place is old. For everyone else, pretty much 4 was the difficulty on that one. Duran kind of reacts first as Chauncey comes walking around from the back of where the throne is, because there was doors there, and he's got like stacks of boxes so he can't see you, and he's kind of like trying to balance them. He's like,
I'm going to tuck the gun back in its holster really quickly and a few long steps forward and snag the top box off the pile so that it doesn't go.
Oh, you beat me to just
Head
scaring
over
the
too
shit
fast.
out of him. I wanted him to drop the boxes.
I mean-
And then as I grab the box, I'll say, allow me to help you with those.
and the arms go up. He's Duran, the
See, Chauncey.
vampires. What do you call yourselves again?
items.
Items.
See, vampires work fine. That's okay.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Oh yes. I apologize. I saw that you had called. I did not have time to respond. I did not think you would be coming over and appearing.
Getting
Well-
out of Chevrolet? I mean, Ford? Dodge. Getting out of Dodge.
Kind of. We are, given recent events, we are tactical retreat, I believe, is the term.
See, I am familiar with that.
When you say recent events, you're referring to
Yes. The events of the night in question.
Can you be more specific? Because there have been a lot of nights in question.
yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on. That's one of the reasons I wanted to make sure you were okay, right? Now.
The last time you were here.
Yeah, I can understand why you might want to leave after that. That is
Well,
valid.
We're not leaving per se. I've been sent back from Spuzum to make sure that this place is locked down.
Okay. How is your Baroness?
She is well. She is well.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that.
Bueno.
What would you I know it seems like you have a lot to get ready and to move and things like that. Could I just ask you a couple of questions about some things going on in the city that we've noticed that may interest you to know as you're doing this?
If you would like.
Yes, I would. So, have you noticed, like, in the past couple of days or nights, just recently, any supernatural disturbances among you?
Disturbances more so than usual.
Yes.
Some of our types have, yes.
And what have they noticed?
not great things.
Yes, that is definitely the impression that I'm getting. And as you know, the safety of the city is of the utmost importance to me
Yes.
right now. So I'm investigating. I am obligated to investigate any threats. Um, uh, anything particular you can tell me about? Has it affected any of you in any way? Have anyone been harmed or injured or?
Some of our seers have seen images that have to do with your kind. Not necessarily your kind, but of the vampire
Yes.
variety.
Yeah, I do know that from what we've discovered so far, we do know that it does have to do with vampires of a certain sort. It's just a bit unclear still, which is why we're investigating.
One of our seers has seen one particular thing. It's quite possibly the only thing that semi made sense from them. And it has to do with him. And he points directly at Ja.
Please elaborate.
Excuse me?
There's something about a fork in the road.
I'm going to stick a fork into something.
Mr. Ja would have a decision to make. And it would either create a situation that is slightly better than what is going on now, or it would plunge Vancouver into darkness for about 1,000 years.
Oh.
1,000 years. That's oddly specific.
It was like 1,047, but
Have you been you haven't been seeing any of these premonitions yourself, have you?
no.
No.
That's
Are you
not,
capable of them?
That's not really my wheelhouse.
All right.
I don't have that kind of power.
It's not about power. It's about the choice.
Isn't there something about the temporal prime directive? You're not supposed to be telling the future because it'll affect the choices that the person makes or some.
That's only if you actually time travel, at least in the movies.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah,
Temporal
it's
prime directive.
it doesn't. I don't think
If
the
you're mind traveling, does that matter? No, I don't know.
I
Far
don't.
as I'm aware, nothing is solidly engraved in stone. There's always the ability to change it.
Boxers or briefs?
I don't think it covers premonitions. I think it only covers if someone had actually traveled to the future and then returned and then came back and said, you should invest in Dogecoin or whatever the thing is that becomes super expensive later on.
I would probably kill that person, but that's just me. I wonder if that's the choice.
Some of them also rambled. Sometimes these premonitions can get weird. They don't seem very descriptive. There's one that mentioned a thing of your progenitor that was the size of a small mountain. Who knows?
Are any of those that are having the visions, are any of them still in Vancouver, or are they
No.
all okay? And how long does it take to get to that place that that you...
It's definitely a few hours.
All right. Road trip, anyone?
Yeah, no.
Awesome.
I would definitely not suggest your kind going there.
All right. Fair enough.
That's a lot of green space to drive through to get to where we need to go.
Yeah, there is that.
So this is a town or something, a suburb.
In in the interior of British Columbia.
Another town.
Yeah.
See.
It's a lot of forest to drive through to get there.
See.
Yes.
Anywhere in BC is a lot of forest to drive through to get anywhere.
We're not allowed to go in the forests.
No.
Well, we can.
Well-
Just we take our chances. I would rather not take that chance.
I don't think that there is a hot enough lead to follow all of that.
Also, we're not cowards. We're not leaving the city.
Oh no, I'm not saying leave the city. I'm saying I want one of these seers. I want to see what they see, and potentially between myself and Jude, we might be able to do something to that effect to actually be able to figure out what they're seeing and get something a little bit more concrete. But I mean, I understand that is quite the risk to go through the forests. I mean, we've been banned from Stanley Park. We haven't really spoken to any other Garu that are in the forests of any other parts, so we don't know what we are allowed and not allowed to do. But I tend to agree with Mordecai. Probably a bad idea.
And though it is not something I've experienced directly, my family has a long history with oracle sorts, and I did not know that anything that is ever said of a premonition is concrete and solid. I thought it was all spoken of in simile and metaphor and imagery and hints.
Well, of course, but the broken telephone is what I'm referring to, that potentially the information that Chauncey has is not exactly the information that actually happened, because that person may have interpreted those visions differently. Whereas if I'm having those visions with that person, I can probably see those.
Oh, I didn't know it was a
visions.
group thing. Interesting.
Oh,
Sometimes it increases the ability to see a vision clearly, but these were quite clear, and they honestly babbled like idiots for a while after that.
So that
All
can't
right.
be a
I'm
coincidence,
good.
because that has happened among several supernaturals. Of they see a vision and then they end up
Babbling like idiots.
Babbling.
That is a common turn of phrase.
So I understand the correlation doesn't equal causation, but this seems like it's very too related here.
Things seem to be pointing in that direction.
Correct.
I'm suddenly glad I don't have premonitions. I babble already. I don't need to babble like an idiot.
Fair enough. Yes, that's probably a good thing.
So, are there any plans to return to Vancouver, or are you setting up a new court and settling in?
We have plans. We are only guests in Spasm at the moment.
I would only want to be a guest in a town with that sort of a name, C. It would be a difficult address to write. When you return to the city, or if you have any need, you know how to get in touch with me.
Yes, and my cell phone, I apologize again for it not...
Oh, sometimes we are busy. I understand.
I really should set up the voicemail on that, but I was sent here to collect the last few things and to...
Do pass on Prince Jude's best wishes to Baroness Newenight.
I will do so, yes. I was just collecting these, and he starts to jumble the boxes back together into a pile. Collect these, and then I'm going to temporarily seal the court, and then we will. I will be on my way to the Baroness.
Bueno.
Well,
Listen,
I'm glad you are all safe. Yes, have a good trip. And we'll hope for good things for Vancouver in the meantime.
Yes, we do have a means of getting here quickly. So if you need in an emergency situation, I'm not sure what the cell phone reception is like in that particular area of BC. But yeah, give a call, and whenever I'm in range of a cell tower, we should be able to at least send some aid.
Grazie.
I do appreciate that. That is that's good to hear. Thank you.
And he gathers together the boxes and he starts to make his way out. If you want, I'd prefer not to seal you in here.
See.
Yeah, tombs
yeah.
aren't really my favorite.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, and I'll actually Duran will lead so that he can get the door for Chauncey because his hands are kind of full.
All right.
Yeah, and Ja's out. Fuck this place. Fuck these people's visions. All of this.
As soon as you go to touch the door, you appear back on the deck part of the convention center.
Shaw, they said something about your progenitor. What were they? What did they mean?
Storyteller, are we talking about who I think we're talking about? Yeah.
Storyteller, are we talking about a certain chalice that should never have appeared in Vancouver?
No.
Okay, good.
We're talking about something that happened on Philly by Night, which we'll be raiding over to right after this episode.
What a segue.
They're in our family now. Or we're in their family.
Welcome to the reality.
I feel like making a road trip to Philly myself. I don't know.
Wedding episode. Just saying.
Prince is like, oh God. Oh God, no.
No. Damn.
Road trip.
I mean, if they're talking about my progeny, then he blew up a prince.
He said progenitor.
Okay.
If they're talking about the progenitor of our clan, well, that's another story entirely, and part of the reason why many of us are part of the Camarilla now.
All right.
See, I'm glad we got more information, but now I still feel like there is like nothing to go off of. Like where this is really starting to grind my gears here, because we keep going down all these roads, exploiting all of these acquaintances and alliances that we have for info, and there seems to be this common thread of the visions that make people babble like idiots that they see. Now they're seeing things about Ja. There was the technocracy crown that was among another thread, at least among some of them. And it's affecting everyone. Now we know that for sure. All of the supernaturals that we've encountered, they all have been affected. So that really just increases my apprehension about what's going on here and how to stop it. But I don't know what to go chasing down next. Thoughts?
And while everyone ponders that, it's a good time to take a bit of a break. So come on back in about 7 minutes, everybody, and go hydrate, go grab yourself some liquid refreshment, go pop some popcorn if you would so choose, grab a snack, and come on back, and we'll see what happens with the coterie on the other side of the break. Welcome back, everyone. They just paid a visit to the changelings. Now, they are still at the convention center. So let's see what happens from here. Where's everyone going? Don't all answer at once.
Oh, we're done. I'm going home.
Sandwich?
Yeah, I guess we can kind of regroup there and see what we want to do after that. I'm
You
just
don't have any princely duties at Elysium you need to deal with?
I told everyone to fuck off.
yeah, I consider it my number one princely duty to figure out what the fuck is going on here.
Alien.
This is like a
So-
movie. You'd see the caption come up. He did.
Record
that-
scratch?
That should last for about the night.
Right. I don't expect that, I'm going to be able to just go out and do stuff on the regular. I understand that's not how it works.
We've
But,
appeased the Ventru for now. The Toreador will be
Right.
next, and then whoever else. But for now, the big problems have been handled.
Everyone give me a wits and awareness.
Speaking of big problems,
Is my wit still roused?
Still aroused?
Yeah, I was gonna
They
say.
would still be roused, yeah.
Hooray.
I'll allow that one. It's still the same game.
oh, that's better.
Ooh. Well, that's a crit, but it's a messy crit. And I got 7.
7, 2, 5.
One
for
of my-
Jude, 4.
One of my 10s was my hunger die.
That's messy crit.
Cool.
So the messy
Two
crit
messy crits?
people get hungrier.
10.
10.
Damn.
10.
Wow.
I rolled 4 10s.
As you were walking down the pier,
I'm like, all the things.
Mordecai is the first to notice that something seems to be a little amiss. This right around the convention center, it's kind of a touristy area that's near where the Vancouver sign is that lights up. And there's, the odd person here or there, even this late at night, that's wandering around. But the people that you're walking by, as you are either going in a group or in a line, whichever you decide, seems to be something's off about every third person that you pass.
What do you mean by
Off?
something's off? Yeah.
What I mean is the occasional person would there's the odd time where somebody would they see a group of 5 people, they would kind of glance over and be like, yeah, whatever. But there's just the hint of a too long glance from about every third person.
Ja opens up his phone and turns it on to face selfie camera and looks and see if there's something wrong with him.
There doesn't seem to be.
Okay, great.
I think
Watch.
Jude just kind of leans into the group and is like, do the people around here seem off to you guys?
Magic, blood magic. I don't know.
Ooh.
Maybe they're puffing the yellow smoke.
It
And
goes
if it's
in
like
my
yellow
mind.
snow, then
Ew. I would like to. We were just talking about this. Scry the soul on the general people around us.
Yeah, there's some people kind of taking pictures, but let's do what is Scry the Soul? I believe it's
Okay,
what's
so-
aspects.
Taking pictures of what?
There-
D's.
So this one is
the north van, which you can see from
Oh,
there.
okay. The light show. Okay. Yeah.
it's my intelligence and aspects versus composure and subterfuge.
Composure and subterfuge.
Yep. I am going to rouse my intelligence. And I passed again. Let's go. Oh yeah, all these dice. I got 5.
You don't pick anything up.
No, literally nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
They got 7.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah, there was like
Hmm.
3 tens.
And so I think Jude kind of like is still kind of like
But that in and of itself would kind of like give you a hint that something's not quite right, because your ability to do this should easily overwhelm most any mortals that would be part of any crowd like this, any tourist crowd.
exactly. So Jude does say, she's like, I just trying to like get like a supernatural view of the crowd, and like I couldn't get anything at all. That is extremely suspicious. Like not an aura, not a feeling, nothing.
Illusion.
Should I
And
grab my sword?
Storyteller,
That's me.
Sense the Unseen, is it picking up anything in terms of auras or anything like that?
Not a thing.
Seeing a pale.
Like they're
not-
the auras, like there's different colors for the people that are around you. The kind of like, if anyone would point out who they're kind of getting that kind of vibe from, that is like they're kind of glancing at us a little long, those particular auras would be like, ordinarily it's kind of a little hazy, a little staticky. Sometimes there's like mixing colors. Those auras seem extremely just not moving at all. They seem to be like extremely calm auras. It's not like any changing colors or any frenetic stuff or anything like that. It just seems to be like these are people that are mentally in control, would be the vibe that you would be getting.
Okay. I would like to, and so we can easily identify the ones that look off.
Yeah, but unless you're like really being subtle in pointing it out, that would kind of make you for them, essentially.
Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to do that. I was thinking if I could identify one of the people that look off, I would like to use share the senses and tap into all of their senses to see what they're feeling and seeing.
Just throwing around the aspects tonight.
Well, I mean,
yeah, that was the next thing I was going to try. So
I want to
you go.
solve the mystery here.
Share the senses. New power
Okay, so
that hasn't been used before.
Yeah, this is one of my new aspects, guys. So I have it pulled up right here. So I have arouse. I did pass. And then that's resolve and aspects. So I roll that at difficulty 3. But it could go up depending on
This would be at least 5.
Blurt. Okay, well, I guess the person can contest it with some resolve.
They technically can't, because they don't know that you're doing it, but with the difficulty, that's basically the difficulty of their contention of it. That's the way I'm ruling it anyway. Fuck it.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna browse my resolve as well. Passed again. These rouse checks are coming through for me. So happy. Okay. What'd you say the difficulty was?
5.
I got 6.
Nice. Which sense are you sharing?
On a
with
crit.
them? Let's see.
So it says that I can tap into all of their senses.
Okay.
I would like to do that.
So there's kind of like a middle-aged man, and he's got like his wife, essentially, from what you can tell, is over by the sign. He's taking a picture, but you can kind of see out of his eyes, and he is kind of like peripherally keeping an eye on all of you, and you can hear just through one ear, okay, the targets are on the move.
So at that point, Jude, I think, would like sever the share the senses connection at that point.
Okay.
And I think she kind of like almost like just like sort of moves her arm slightly like away from her side of the body, and just like she's like, we are in danger. We're being targeted here. We need to get out, or I think danger is imminent.
Targeted or followed?
Storyteller.
Yes.
At this point in the, sorry.
No, go for it.
At this point in the night, are any of those side doors at the convention center actually open? Because there's a whole bunch of them at the side that are usually reserved for like people, walking around the actual convention center, not necessarily the rooms themselves, but on the periphery of the convention center.
Not this late at night. They wouldn't be.
Okay.
That would
Jaws
probably run until
using
open.
Daunt now. I'm popping Daunt for sure.
All right. Let's see for Dawn.
I already have obvious predator. I want people to give me an extra wide berth now.
That's fair, I suppose. Presence Daunt is... Oh, it's free, and there's... Yeah, it pretty much, you don't have to roll anything. So yeah, everyone gets this kind of feel of unease from Jaw.
So,
Okay.
Targeted or followed? An appropriate
The
response.
word used was targeted.
Okay, if targeted, we stay together. If followed, we would split. I would recommend going into... Are there any restaurants or stores nearby that would be open, lights on?
This late at night? No. They generally...
Not even
No
a
Taco
restaurant?
Bell.
not in this area. In this area, there's a kind of a main restaurant that would be nearby, but it generally closes around 9 to midnight.
All right,
probably
then.
a little bit after that.
Let's aim for the limo then, because the cars are right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, let's get out of the area.
What is the speed that you are moving?
Walk casually.
Mercy
Yeah.
step.
Yeah. We're not trying to I assume
don't wanna be
all of us
obvious.
are trying to be not being conspicuous.
Give me a wits and awareness for everybody.
Everybody?
I'm scared.
Four.
4 for Jude.
3. I'm rolling shit tonight.
5 for Duran. 6 for Mordecai. All right, let's keep those numbers in mind.
Paranoid.
So, you kind of casually are walking at a semi-brisk pace to make it to the limo and the car, and someone steps in front of you.
Okay. So at this, one of the things that I wanted to do as we were walking towards here, if I saw that we were being tailed or anything of the sort, I wanted to use chemistry.
Okay.
I want to throw up some sort of hallucination, some sort of thing, throw people's sense off of us.
All right. Let's give that chemistry.
Technically, this is not a masquerade breaking power because you're making people see shit in their minds.
This is awesome.
This is manipulation and obfuscate versus composure and wits. And I am going to arouse my manipulation.
Composure and wits.
And I fail.
Hey man,
Now is not the time.
yeah, I know, but it's me again, and why don't you just eat this guy? I mean, seriously. It would solve your problem.
Or make new ones.
I didn't say it was a perfect solution.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to blow some willpower here. Well, that makes it a messy crit. So I'm now at 4 hunger.
Yes.
Oh.
But that is 6 successes.
6 successes. What do you
Yep.
want them to see?
So this is for anybody who's looking that I can see as an eyesight. I want them to see some naked dude just doing fucking handstands in the middle of the street now. Just all of a sudden, there's some naked dude who ran out in the street and doing handstands, push-ups, and all that jazz.
I'm having Xanta flashbacks. Okay, so some naked guy for except for the vampires. The vampires can't see this. Pretty much everybody else sees a naked guy doing push-ups in the middle of the street. And then flipping up into a handstand.
And I want to get in the car.
Yeah, the
Let's
guy,
get out of here.
The guy that stood in front of you is still there. Now, this is where the wits and awareness rolls that we rolled earlier came into. You see, like, they kind of stand in front of you. It looks like they're going to make it an attempt for you to stop. But then you see, like, a red dot appear on their chest. And then they fall over. And there's red mist behind them.
Oh, in the vehicle. I want. Absolutely.
Red mist. No. No.
Oh, no. Before I get in the vehicle, I'm pushing Jude into the vehicle. Get in the fucking car.
It's
Everyone
gonna be
else,
some effort for Ja.
everyone else is scattering.
I'm pretty strong. Jai's a little dude, but he's got.
Okay.
What is everyone else doing?
Getting pushed into the car.
Abigail is aiming for the car, but in terms of everybody, there's 4 people that Storyteller has mentioned are part of this every third person thing.
Yes.
So for every of those people, she's basically run burnout on their devices.
Okay.
So I got 3 successes, 2 successes, 6 successes, and 4 successes. I don't know if that'll take out all of them, but it should take out at least a few. Kill their communications.
You can definitely tell who these people are at this particular point, because these are the people who, as soon as the red mist basically shoots out of this particular person. The other three kind of hit the ground and they reach back for what seems to be weaponry, like they're trying to figure out where that particular shot came from, and you all are able to make it through and pile into vehicles if you so choose.
Yeah. Getting into the car.
Duran, Mordecai?
Okay, so by red mist, it's a bullet has gone through this guy and he drops.
Correct.
He's between me and the car. Excellent. I'm going to grab his wallet as I'm going to frisk the body as we go.
That'll take a bit of time. Like you just to reach
okay.
out, flip him
Grab the
over.
body and go with you.
Yeah, John could
Yeah,
probably
can
use
do
that for
I mean,
food.
you know,
I'm
yep.
hungry.
That well, actually, I'd be heading for the other car because who's going into Jaw's car? Because I'd be heading for the limo.
Oh, John's leaving the car. We're all heading towards the limo.
Oh,
so.
all heading the limo? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, as I go past, I'm going to grab the front of this guy's shirt, jacket, and whatever, and he's joining me in the limo.
Okay.
Uh,
Which way did the bullet come from?
Do you have potence?
Behind us, because there was a red dot on his Yes, I do have potence.
Okay. Easy enough to do. Oh yeah, you don't even have to rouse or
Oh,
anything.
I'm
What
so
angle?
sorry. As soon as you bring this person in the car, John is going to feast.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't
what
need him
angle did the
alive.
shot come from?
Right across from the convention
How did it get
center.
passed through all of us?
If you let me finish, right across from the convention center, from that little kind of semicircular thing, there's another building. That is where like some of the other conventions have occurred.
Yeah, where the parking garage is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still doesn't explain how they shot through five
over.
kindred bodies.
How far away was the guy? Was it a shot from, several stories in height, so it came down from over top? It's
okay.
a good sniper right over your shoulder.
Or between your legs, whatever.
Yeah.
So as I'm moving quickly-ish, but
as soon as the
everybody
shot
else
goes,
is piling into
we
the
move
limo,
fast.
and it's going to end up being a bottleneck anyway. The other individuals that are dropping down, the marked ones that we figured out, they're dropping down there, seem to be reaching back, pulling guns. Where are they looking? Are they looking at us, or are they looking back towards that shot?
They're trying to figure out, like, because there's the kind of railing that is waist level. They're kind of hiding behind that, hiding behind garbage things, because they saw where the mist went from this particular body. So they're looking out over the bay, trying to figure out where that particular shot came from. Everyone else is scattering.
Fuckers. Fine. How close is that building where the shot came from?
It's probably about 200, 300 meters away.
What's the range on Majesty?
Line of sight.
I can't see anybody, can I?
Give me a wits and awareness.
Majesty's line of sight, I'm turning it on.
All right.
So at least I'm not going to get shot. Hopefully. Activating awe first, if that's a thing. 3, 4. I'm looking for 6 and above.
Correct.
6.
6 successes to activate awe.
Oh, no, that's for the wits and awareness.
Okay.
Awe is...
You do see someone You see a silhouette of someone.
Is that enough that I can entrance it?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not at this distance.
You really want to know my on numbers? Yeah.
No.
Take half.
And yeah, okay, it's obscene. Okay. Shit.
So you're running to the limo, I'm guessing.
I'm kind of torn now, actually. Because it's only 250 meters. I want to see what he's going to do.
Okay.
I want to basically have them drive away, or at least start moving, slowly driving, but not far enough that they couldn't just pile back out of the limo if they need to. And I want to walk towards the building.
Okay.
See if I can actually get anything.
Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work, bro.
I am not yet in the vehicle. I was going to make sure I am the last one getting in the vehicle. So if you've stopped and you're turning around to walk away, I'm going to toss
Get in the car
I'm going to toss the body in the vehicle and just.
and stand behind me.
Yeah, at this point,
No,
John's
I'm
like,
going to follow.
Mercy,
Okay.
get us the fuck out of here. We have the prince in the vehicle. She needs to be secured.
Abigail?
It's an armored car, you're fine.
Abigail's in the car at this point, or in the
Yep.
limo at this point, because she was following after she turned around and basically ran burnout on all the on the four of them. She's basically like, there is not anything I can do right now. I am going in this limo and I am getting the fuck out of here with everyone else.
So,
Idea.
Hey, I don't know what a 50 cal can do to our armored vehicle, but I'm not trying to find out either.
Can that
That's fair.
shared senses thing work in reverse? Can you share your senses with someone?
Yes.
So
What?
if Jude
I've always run it that way.
Jude
Okay.
looks through a scope and sees the person and gets a clear enough visual on the person, could she share that sense with me, and then could I turn around and trance them?
No.
Damn it.
Wow.
So
Only you.
as Mordecai turns and starts heading towards this person who I have no idea where he's going or what, but I have an idea. I'm
Mercy.
going to
Car's close
toss.
enough
I'm
that
going
we
to
can get to
toss the body in the limo so it lands in people's laps. Shout, "Save me the ID!" Slam the door shut. So, John's
The
got something to eat.
limo is not moving.
Why is the limo moving?
Because Mercy doesn't leave anywhere without you, you.
Love, drive slow,
She is not
stay
moving.
close. Or just stay there, that's fine too.
Okay, and I'm going to step up beside Mordecai and say, "So you saw something?
Yeah,
Where
there's
are we
somebody up
going?
there.
Up where?"
Parking garage, 3rd level?
Can he point well enough I can shadow step?
He can point well enough, but I don't know if he can shadow step at that distance.
Shadow step is line of sight. From
Okay,
any shadow near me to any shadow I can see.
you can.
Everybody's running.
The,
No one's paying attention to us.
They are, at this point, they're stopping looking to see if anybody's shooting, and they're going to start looking at the two of you.
Do it now.
Okay,
Doink.
shadow step.
That is
Alright.
a rouse check. If I
Oh,
remember
that
correctly.
is. And that's a fail. That's
Duran.
300. See, Padre, I am doing something. And I'm talking to him now while I'm taking those steps through the abyss. See, Padre, now's not a good time. I'm not in a good place.
In which case, with the shadowy wisps of the abyss, you can actually see your sire's face.
Shit.
You should eat that
Ah,
Mordecai.
who the hell is that?
You should
No,
eat Mordecai.
Where I pop out right over there, there is a snack waiting.
Is there? Seems to me he was trying to
Quite
help
likely.
you.
Yeah, depends on how one defines help. It's entertaining to know that I can't escape you in any manner by going anywhere. That's very excellent to know. I hope that the converse is also true.
It is not.
My luck.
Storyteller,
Yo.
quick question. There's a bloody body that just got tossed into the car.
Yep.
However, I think Ja's immediate concern is not necessarily eating, it's getting the fuck out of here. Before I jump up front and move Mercy, would I have to make a frenzy check?
Yes. Yes, you would.
What is my difficulty?
Don't kill my ghoul.
Your hunger 4?
I'm a hunger 4.
So help me.
Yeah, this is a fairly... let's just say it's a leaky body at the moment. So there's a fair chunk of blood. Let's go with difficulty probably about 5.
Well, I'm not going to pass this. I did not.
It's yummy time.
Yep.
So Ja muckles onto the body.
So I'm stepping out of a shadow somewhere near where Mordecai indicated.
Yes.
As soon as I step out, do I see anything that looks like a potential target?
You do
Human
not.
with a gun. Person.
There is no one there.
Fuck.
And I am now where?
You are across the bay, like not the entire bay. You're not in North
Yep.
Van, but there's like a little semicircle where boats would actually pull in. You
Yep.
are across that area, right on the top of the building that's nearby.
Okay, so I'm on top of a building.
Yeah,
And this was where Mordecai pointed.
correct.
Okay, so checking around the edge of the building, is there any indication, spent shell casing, anything that would indicate somebody had been there for any length of time?
Give me a wits and awareness. Or is there... Fuck, I barely look at these skills anymore. Is there an investigation skill?
Yes, there is.
I believe there is.
I would rather wits and awareness, please.
Me too.
Nobody takes investigation. It's like taking medicine as a vampire. You're just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, who cares?
It's like everybody wants
I
perception.
have such high investigation. I feel
I have
proud.
a point of
I do
investigation.
too. I was like, I'll
It's so
probably have the
high.
highest, or like, I have pretty high investigations. One of the things I put points into.
I have a point in it,
Six.
so
6 successes.
6 successes.
I only got
Yes.
5 this time.
Looking around, you see it's kind of like the waist level kind of overhang of like a flat roof. There is kind of scuff marks. It looks as if somebody put a bipod for like a rifle on there. There's no shell casing.
Smart
But
man. Yep,
kind
policing his brass.
There's a pile of rags that's there, like a small pile. But you can make out that there's a walkie-talkie underneath it.
Okay. I'm going to pick up the rags and the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, bring it
I'm
on.
going to, as one of my favorite weapons is indeed a 50 cal. Bipods tend to have a footprint depending on what size of weapon that they're for. About a 50 cal, roughly, give or take.
Give or take.
Give or take. Okay.
Some serious hardware.
Yeah. Well.
And
Right.
the
Okay.
walkie-talkie squawks to life. You should probably be leaving now.
I'm going to leave it on and just slide it in my pocket.
That's
Should
what
we answer?
it's up to you.
I'm going to stroll over to the exit from the roof door, standard door. Check it.
Yeah.
Is it open?
There is a gray cinder block that is there.
Propping it up. Nice.
Propping it open?
Correct.
Cool, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to kick up heightened senses and see if I can just hear footsteps in the stairwell.
Wits and aspects. Actually, wits and awareness, 2 plus
Yeah.
2 for the heightened senses.
Okay. Ooh, okay. That would be 5 successes. Not as good as I hoped, but I'll take it.
You can hear, like, wouldn't even really call them footsteps. They're more foot stomps, but they are pretty far down. It's like this person is kind of, it's almost like they're running track, but they're running downstairs. Like this would take a lot for you to catch up to them at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep, understandable. How many flights am I up?
You're
How
up
many
about
stories in the air?
3 or 4 flights.
Okay. I'm going to head back to the front of the building, which I would guess is facing the bay. Oh, wait.
It would not. It would be
That would
facing
be the
away
back
from
of
the
the
bay.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to head to the front of the building and just look over to see if somebody comes out.
There's actually nobody down there. It seems like after the people scattered,
Yep.
you would be able to make out that there's still the 3 people down there that are in the area kind of where you were, that were they're kind of looking up in your area.
Shit.
Oh, as I walk away from the doorway, I'm going to pick up the cinder block, by the way. Okay, and now I'm going to look over the edge to see if I can see anyone come out of the building.
There doesn't seem to be anybody.
Nice boot.
So, tapping my own earpiece to life, I'm going to let everyone know that the sniper on the rooftop has gotten away, moved a little quicker than even I could. And I don't see anyone coming out of the building, which tells me one of 2 things. They are in the building and we could probably dig around for them and hope to find them, or they have another way of exiting. Hopefully not from the basement into Italy.
I don't know if the sniper's our problem.
Well, if you want to pick up Mordecai and drive around and meet me at front, I do have something that Senora Abigail might find advantageous. He left behind his walkie-talkie.
Oh. And Abigail, like, adjusts her earpiece. Really?
See,
A walkie-talkie?
he was a little sloppy.
I mean, to be fair, he did talk to us.
I was like, or it was intentional.
Maybe.
So
maybe
that
it
means
was
they have
intentional.
eyes on the sniper. Or his allies have eyes on him.
Sorry.
They
Is
see
Mordecai
us.
in the limo?
Nope.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
it's just earpiece stuff.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mercy, love, pull up to the next building. We're coming down.
And the limo pulls forward.
And I will meet you down front of this building that's around the water. And then I will take the stairwell down.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking about
Is
just coming
Jaw-
straight down, but I still take the stairwell. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Jaw out of his frenzy?
I was
did
just
not-
going to say, how much did am I good?
Yeah, what happened with that?
Give me a willpower roll to see if you, or unless you just want to ride the frenzy and drain him completely dry.
Oh, this person's dying? Absolutely. I will suck every little bit of leftover life out of them.
Fair enough.
He
Hunger
does the
zero.
frenzy ride and he attacks everyone in the car.
Hunger zero. Because while there was red mist, it wasn't that much red mist.
Sin against my fucking morals.
And I think Jude is just kind of like, she's just trying to like not seem scared and just like keep it together, and she knows there's nothing she can do to stop Ja probably, and that it probably wouldn't matter anyway, so she just sort of like tries to scooch out of the way as much as she can to let him like feed, and then just kind of like wait.
Yeah,
Yes.
as far as Ja is concerned, you're not even there anymore. Like,
Oh, yeah,
after he got
totally.
you into the car, that was all of Ja's last self-control in this thing.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah,
bloody
totally,
body toss, and it was like, hey, this is love that chicken from Popeyes.
Duran just dropped lunch in there for Ja. Like, all right, time to eat.
Yes.
So, is everyone piling in the limo? Don't all answer at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ja is still worried now that he's not
We're
hungry.
gonna have to deal with
that people are following them.
have to deal with the body effectively. But yeah, I'll leave it in there. I guess we'll just climb in.
I mean, Duran could place a call. Really, that would deal with the body.
Oh, yeah, that'll be easy enough to do. But first of all, we're going to slide in. I'm going to smile and say, Buona sera, everybody. It's wonderful seeing you again. And in such
Turn up.
comfortable environment.
So you have
See, a gift for you, Senora
Oh,
Abigail.
thank you.
And hand her the walkie-talkie, and then I'm going to smile at Ja and say, "Are you done with this one? I would like to check your pockets."
I appreciate it.
And then I'm going to go through his pockets for his driver's license and anything else that I can find. Matter of fact, I'm going to toss up the binding fetter to find out if he was carrying anything that is of such memento to him that he's stuck with it.
There is not.
Okay.
The like wallet you find is
Yep.
incredibly sparse. There is next to nothing in there. There is a card from CSIS that says Agent Smith that has a picture that sort of matches the person that you are seeing, because they are extremely pale and now very gaunt after getting all of their blood sucked out.
Question for you, actually, storyteller.
Sure.
Did I see any particular vehicles with these people?
You did not.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay. Ja's going to make a call.
Did Ja empty this poor guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Ja is now at Hunger Zero.
Ja's going to make a call. If there's still people lurking around this area, he's going to call the local version of Canadian SWAT, I guess, and send them to this area.
Yeah, you basically get back in the message like, yeah, we're already on the way.
Excellent.
I think Jude is very like suspiciously quiet at this point. Like, she has been kind of frozen since she has been shoved into the car by Ja, and just trying to avoid his frenzy. And then I think the minute she heard the word like target acquired, or like target is on the move or whatever, I think that really like mentally sent her back to the things in Milwaukee. So she's very much just like trying to like keep it together. And so she kind of is just staring straight ahead. And after John makes that call, she like reaches in her pocket and she gives him one of the square pieces of hematite. And she's like, for next time.
Thanks. Sorry about all of that.
No, it happens. Could have been worse. So it's okay. Where are we going?
Everyone now is in the limo.
Yeah.
Well,
Where? Sorry, go ahead.
what What do we know about who was coming after us? Did we get anything?
You're muted, Mike.
Nice long route down Granville or Burrard Bridge, into the 15th or so streets, down around all the tree avenues.
Yeah.
Circuitous
I'm watching
route.
for a tail this whole time,
Okay.
even as I talk to people.
Wits and awareness.
And Jude is like, well, when I, like reached out with my senses to one of the people that was like being weird, like they said like targets are on the move. They were like looking out of the corner of their eye. They were like connected to some kind of like something like we have, like the earpieces, an agent of some
Second
kind.
Inquisition.
It would seem
Fuck.
like that.
See, but who was the sniper?
Well,
That's
That
the
I
question.
couldn't even say.
did anything happen with the walkie-talkie when you picked it up? Did you?
It activated, and they told us you should be running now.
That was only when Duran was up there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well,
5 successes, by the way.
Okay. You don't seem to see anybody behind you?
Okay. So Abigail's gonna say, well, I mean, they warned us once. Maybe we should try talking again before I try any more drastic measures. Is that okay? Is everybody in agreement? Shall I say
think
something
that's the
into
only way we're
walkie-talkie?
gonna find out. So yeah.
Right. Well, that's pretty much what I'm thinking without going to drastic measures. So is everybody okay with that? Because I'm not going to do it unless everybody agrees. It is not safe necessarily.
Nothing's safe in this fucking city.
See,
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Mordecai, you okay with that? I mean, we can always
I
toss
mean,
it
the
out the
sniper seemed to be
window.
helping us, I guess.
We can always toss it out the window if we, don't agree with what
Just
it says.
do it.
All right. So Abigail pushes the basically on the walkie-talkie, obviously, the talk button. Hello there.
Hello.
Does Abigail recognize the voice? Like, is this something that we would have met in the city? No? Okay.
You do not recognize the voice.
So thank you for helping us, but why?
Because you were being hunted?
And who are you?
Who I am isn't important.
there it is.
Well, maybe you wish to speak with one of my colleagues then. Abigail hands it over to Duran, the walkie-talkie, and starts we're gonna start trying to trace this. What would you like me to roll? Because I don't think any of the technomancy powers are going to really do much in this case.
They do not.
So I can probably trace the, well, I mean, it is,
It is on a,
network.
Yeah, you've seen this kind of thing before. It is on a cellular network, but it is basically just a walkie-talkie that would only connect between 3 or 4 different devices.
I should be able to still remote access it though, right?
Yeah.
The other one? Okay. And does the one that we're using have GPS on it?
It does not.
Okay. Well, we'll try this anyway and see what happens.
I mean, that's pretty much, rolling dice. Let's see what happens.
4 successes. So remote access.
How many successes?
And then from there, we're going to say, and I'm not actually sure if this is possible, I'm going to go and go techno babble and basically say that if I'm able to access this, then what I would like to do is have it ping and for me to be able to trace it. I'm not going to get into the specifics because like I'm trying to figure out the specifics and I'm like,
You're able to
So-
ping it.
all right. And so intelligence and technology.
It's going to take a couple seconds or a couple minutes, though. And yeah, intelligence tech.
Okay. I'll let you guys go on then.
So Duran has the
Does
walkie-talkie.
anyone have anything specifically to chat with this gentleman about?
How would they know that we were being hunted?
So to
That's
press
the important
to
question.
press the talk and say, so it is obvious that it is not just you we have to thank for this, but the gentleman with the rifle on the top of the building. Do make sure to pass him our compliments. That was a very excellent piece of shooting.
Yeah, he knows.
See. Now, are you protecting the prince from being hunted or us from being hunted? If I could ask, just trying to figure out where the rest of us fit into your worldview.
Neither.
Oh.
Jude,
So
like,
just has
like,
beef with hunters.
Might be entirely possible.
Have at it, Jude.
Yeah, I'm going to hand
Okay.
it to Jude.
Okay, so Jude presses a button down and she says, "Who is hunting us? Over." Click.
Society of Leopold. Over.
Ask them why they left the... That's pretty sloppy to leave the radio behind. Ask them why they did so.
Why did you leave the radio behind? Over.
So that you could pick it up. Over.
So if you don't want to tell us who you are or why you're helping us, why did you leave this behind?
Open communication. Over.
So in the spirit of open communication, is there anything that you can tell us about who you are, even remotely? Over.
No. Over.
And Jude is like, the volcano has become like starting to like, and she's like looking around and everyone is like, click. Okay, well, thank you. I don't know how we're going to properly like thank you or communicate if we don't know more about what's going on. Why were they okay? Let's just move away from that for a second. Why tonight? Do you know why things were going on this particular night? Over.
No. Over. They're hunting blank bodies. Over.
What's the
And
heck with the
Jude,
blank
yeah,
body?
that's a chill. Well, if I could still have a chill down my spine, that would be, yeah,
Humanity
Jude's face
7.
probably. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
still
maybe.
the memory of which is still kind of there.
Yeah, maybe if I blushed first.
Who are they protecting?
So she really gets like super like rigid and like wide-eyed in that moment when she hears blank body.
And Job pipes in. It's like, this person said blank bodies.
What is a blank
Immortal?
body?
They mean us.
Who specifically
what
were they
this-
protecting?
That's
Oh.
what the Second Inquisition calls kindred.
Or I guess the Society of St. Leopold.
Why are they using that term?
Because
If they're one of us and they're protecting us, why are they using
they're
that term?
not
They're
one
not
of us.
one
There's
of
no
us.
way.
No.
They're not.
Who
You're
are they
right.
protecting?
Maybe they have some sort of beef agenda, or maybe they're a ghoul.
Or maybe, maybe those SI people are finally starting to turn on one another. That would be interesting. That would be a nice change for once. A win.
Okay, Jude pushes the button down again. Can you tell me anything else about the Society of Leopold? Over.
There's a long pause. They're a hunter organization that does not like your kind at all. Over.
How did they identify us in particular? This is the thing that's getting me. This is where my hangup is. How did they know us?
There's another kind of long pause. And then you hear, we have clairvoyance among us. They wanted us to protect one among you named Ja. Over.
Has Abigail's
What the fuck?
has Abigail's ping gone through yet?
Yes.
Okay. And Abigail was able to trace it?
Yes.
Okay. And do I have what's the location then?
It's the same building that the sniper was shooting out of.
Abigail relays that information. They're still there. Whoever this is on the phone is on the
perfect.
walkie-talkie is still there.
That's why no one came out the front door. They don't have a second exit. They have a room in the building.
So he had 2 walkie-talkies, and he left one to open a channel of communication with us.
See, that's what they said.
Apparently.
Well, I don't like being played.
Well, Shaw, you're
And-
full of surprises today.
What did you do?
I'm
Ja?
full of surprises. All of this is a surprise to me.
See, however, tonight has been John night. It is the Chauncey.
like any
Chauncey
of this.
mentioned things leaning in that direction. Now we have a mysterious benefactor who, watching over us, has also mentioned the same thing, protecting John.
This is why I left Philadelphia, to avoid shit like this. Then I.
Jude pushes the button down. What do we need to do next to stay safe? Over. Oh shit, he's not here. I just realized that. I was
Radio
too wrapped
silence.
up.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a long pause.
It's a long pause.
The longest pause of the ball. The longest pause. So Jude, I think, like, before maybe she does that, she is like staring holes into Jaw.
So it is possible that, to bastardize an old saying, that if the son of Philadelphia will not come to the city, then something about the city has decided to come after the son of Philadelphia.
It's
What?
almost like we can't.
Why are you
escape our
staring at me?
past.
What did I do?
No, you didn't do anything.
Why do you
I
look
just-
so stressed? You had situations with them before? Do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. That's why I'm
That's
stressed.
another question.
They literally killed everyone I ever knew. And now I thought that I fixed it and Abigail helped me fix it, and now I'm worried that they know Job because they know me. They know me. They know that I was supposed to be there. They were gonna come for me too, but I got away, and I was like the only one as far as I know. So I never really figured out if they were still following me or anything. So I just
Well,
I don't want
apparently
that
they
passed
don't
on
know
to
you, but they know me.
so that's even more confusing.
Great. I've survived Shabbat. I've survived survived twice, actually. I can survive a second Inquisition.
There was a long
Yeah.
pause.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Had to feed the cat.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
So what does Jude say into the walkie-talkie?
So she says, so what is our next move to protect Ja?
There's a long pause.
Ja is so puzzled by that statement. Ja's like trying to wrap his mind around that.
Keep him safe until he meets a Baron. Over.
Which Baron? So we have to put you in the car?
Which Baron? Over. Click.
We know a couple of Barons.
Unknown. Starts with a V. Over.
Okay, great. We can do that.
Not gonna like that.
Are we keeping this line of communication open? Are you going to help us in the future? What does the future hold for this right now? Over.
Unknown. Over.
Jude is trying not to just crush the walkie-talkie in her hand. Anybody else got a question?
I don't have a question for them. I have a question for all of you. Do we drive back and find them?
No.
They're not forthcoming right now. They're going to be less forthcoming when we're face to face. I doubt that they would.
Honestly,
I don't
let's
think
be
they
real
would.
here.
I don't think it's.
If I was them, I would not give us any more information either. It makes perfect sense for them to obfuscate who they are, especially if they're mortal and dealing with us.
What do we know? We know that they are not one of us, or at very least they claim not to be one of us when they spoke of your kind. We know that they have enemies, or at very least are working cross purposes to this Society of Leopold, whom apparently have marked two of our number now, two of our, let's face it, most visible members of our coterie as targets. Or at very least one of them, and the other one has had a very visceral reaction to Sam. So I
They
can
said
only assume.
clairvoyance.
I
So
would
either
I would not put it past that there are humans with abilities.
In either case,
It
we have
has been
tenuous
known in our
allies.
family somewhat among those who are Gould that sometimes there's the occasional Nona that no one fucks with, if you get my drift.
yeah, but Miss Cleo wasn't real.
Oh, Cleopatra was absolutely real.
Yeah, that was a scam.
That's not Cleopatra, Miss
Oh.
Cleo.
My bad.
Call me now for a free reading.
Yeah, like Walter Mercado, same scam.
They're
different.
Canadians. It's fine.
Yeah, they don't. Referencing.
And I'm from the
Uh,
South. I don't know about the rest of you all. Either way, I would like to investigate this whole Society of Leopold thing, or at very least have a discussion with regards to how many enemies we haven't actually mentioned that we all have.
We're talking about saints. We're talking about religious organizations.
We gotta tag in caches again, probably.
We
Well,
can't
we
protect what
already
we don't
knew.
know is coming.
We already knew that there were SI in the city. Obviously, I mean, we went into one of their bunkers.
Is this SI and the Society of Leopold the same thing?
I mean, they have the same goals, so
Maybe they're different arms of the same sort of loose organization. Who knows? I've heard of this the Second Inquisition basically through my years, but no dealings with them.
And that's not something that Jude has ever heard of Society of Leopold?
No, you wouldn't have heard of the Society of Leopold.
Okay.
Great.
Oh,
Wonderful.
wait.
Fantastic.
Okay, so she presses the button down again. Have you noticed, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, have you noticed an uptick of supernatural danger in Vancouver, like in the past week or so? Over.
Yes, that's why we moved. Over.
Can you tell us more about what you know about the supernatural danger? We're also investigating it. Over.
You probably know what we know. Over. One of your kind will wake up, and that has to be prevented. Over.
So
Can
I'm
you repeat
assuming you
that?
don't have any more hot tips on how to stop it, do you? Over.
Wait. One of our kind will wake up. Who? Where?
He didn't actually hear that part from Ja. As I think Jude took her thumb off the button. Yeah. So you hear back fire,
Ask him.
sunlight, holy water.
Ask
over.
him. Ask them. We have to know.
Okay, so Jude will repeat the questions that Ja said to the guy. Over.
There's another long pause, and you hear the unnamed. Over.
That tracks.
Abigail,
Would
Looks
would
like-
Ja have an idea of the unnamed who this might be?
I think it was talked over with Cassius that Asher the unnamed was mentioned.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and Malkav as well said that it was Asher.
Yeah. I guess they're talking about this Asher person. I don't know.
Ja, I'd like to ask your permission. I'd like to try something. My powers aren't that strong, but they're all having visions about you. The changelings, the mages, the whatever these are. Maybe I should try to see if I can have a premonition about you. Would you be
What
opposed
do
to that?
you need?
I just need your permission, and I need to just touch you ever so briefly.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So Abigail's gonna just
Ja
Ja's
starts off on the
shoulder.
defensive, like, you need my blood? No, you're not getting any of that.
Yeah, Abigail's gonna touch
I
Ja on
trust
the
you more
shoulder.
than most Tremere, but I don't trust you that much.
Oh, I don't understand that.
Resolve and Auspex for Abigail.
And Abigail's gonna rouse her resolve. I can't afford to fail this, so. And I failed. Rouse check.
This Abigail roll brought to you by our merch shop. I hear some dice ASMR going off in the other room. Do. This looks like a willpower roll. Yeah, okay. You can pick up on certain things when you're a storyteller and somebody's like off screen and then they take a little too long with their roll and then you see their arm move a little bit. Like, yeah, that's a willpower roll. Doing the re-roll 3.
6 successes.
6 successes. Crits?
No.
No. Okay. it wouldn't really matter anyway. 6 successes is way more than enough. So where do you do you touch John on his arm, on his forehead,
Just touch his shoulder. Like his
shoulder?
jaw,
Okay.
I'm assuming, is sitting like probably across from Abigail in the limo or somewhere in that area. So she's just gonna reach out and gently just touch his shoulder.
So Abigail reaches out, touches the shoulder, and then kind of falls back as your vision hazes over, and you see a situation. There's like a kind of a haze, a mist that forms around you. And when it clears, you can see Vincent getting stabbed from the back and his chest exploding from Jaw's sword. And there's a cat in this vision, apparently, as well. And you see, like, Vincent crumble to ash. And then there's like kind of a fast forward kind of sense that you're getting in time. And then you see Jude ruling over Vancouver as darkness comes in from all sides. And then you wake up.
Okay, so when I saw Jaw stabbing Vincent in the back with his sword, did I see anything else around me at the time? Did I see any like landmarks or anything that would give me an indication of where this was?
Everything around that was hazy, but you got the definite kind of feel, like it felt like a familiar place. It felt like it may be Joey's bar.
Okay. All right. Jaw, how much do you really hate Baron Vincent?
That's a really odd question. I don't really think about Baron Vincent.
All right.
Baron Vincent is not too fond of Senor Cato, though.
I'm not too
Well-
fond of him either, but
But
He
it
likes
wouldn't
me,
be,
so
you wouldn't be, ever really, unless he was going to cause harm to one of us, you wouldn't be considering ending him, would you?
no, I don't really pick fights with Bruja unless I know I'm going to win. So,
All right.
is there a point you're
Well-
trying to make with this by chance? What did you see?
I saw you stabbing Vincent in the back with your sword. Baron Vincent, sorry. And Baron Vincent turning it to ash.
I would have stabbed him in the back. That's cowardly.
I know. That is why I'm wondering what is going on. And, well, then there's a Jude.
Did you see
ruling
Mordecai
over-
taking over my mind in the middle of that?
No, I did not. But it was near Joey's bar, apparently.
Wow, dude. I'm right here.
It was near Joey. Well, I mean, I can't be
Well, I mean,
certain.
the person who's done the most mental shit to me over the entire time I've been with this coterie has been you, whether by accident or on purpose.
I mean, he does have a point, Mordecai. That majesty power is just very, very strong. But
Thank you.
no,
so sorry.
don't
I
think-
was there.
Well, okay, you weren't there in that particular scene. I saw a separate vision of you ruling over a city with darkness coming in and closing in on the city, basically. So, I mean, there's that.
Grim.
That's not to say that you're ruling in a bad way or anything like that. That's simply saying that something is happening and you're basically the city's being influng in darkness. and I don't know what to make of it. I mean, visions can be interpreted in many different ways, but I'm particularly concerned about the one that Jaw had, because if Jaw had a vision, or so if Jaw's part of this vision, I should say, because Jaw does not seem like the type of person who would just randomly stab somebody, especially not a baron.
If I may, you just
Mhm.
said there were many ways to interpret a vision and then return to the very obvious, he shoves a sword in someone's back. I can think of several other ways to interpret that without going anywhere near. Senor Cato is not the sort to shove a sword in someone's back.
Well, it could be
Betrayal,
betrayal. Yes,
all sorts of things.
but
So it's I
in
can
looking,
understand the going back to the literal.
but what I'm saying though is that whether it be literal or not literal, Jaw just doesn't seem like the type of person who would do something like that in a way that would destroy, and by ash turning to ash, one can interpret that it is at least a form of it, like in the very, very broad sense, that it is at least a form of some sort of destruction, whether it be the destruction of his business or whether it be something else. But it is basically the end of one form and potentially the beginning of another. But yes, Jaw does not seem like the type of person. He seems a bit too honorable for that sort of thing, to catch somebody unawares like that, unless that somebody had something specific that they had done to provoke Jaw. And as I said, doesn't it might be just a betrayal. But I mean, it's up to.
Well, we're gonna have to go see the Baron, according to Walkie Talkie Man.
Yes, I suppose we will.
Mayhaps you go see him alone?
I mean, he has been requesting that. So,
no, I meant you all without me.
Oh.
You okay. Well, I mean, yes.
I mean, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, again, is it the literal sense though? I mean, Duran's right. Maybe it's not, maybe you being present does not necessarily mean that that is going to happen at that point in time. This may
It's
be
like the tarot card
now.
of death. Doesn't mean death. It means
I love how we're sitting here having this
shit.
conversation while we have a body just sitting in between us. It's just dead.
Chauncey,
is it really the first time?
Chauncey had mentioned there being a fork in the road and a decision made by Senor Cato. So who's to say the decision is not that the Society of Leopold end up with him in a place where he can either give them us or give them Baron Vincent and his bar, in which case I know which one I'd pick.
Yes,
I mean,
and that's
as
that
much as I like
might...
as much as I like Senor Vincent, he's an anarch.
Well,
and again, that is one other interpretation. There are probably no doubt many others as well, and none of them require that Senor Cato be in the presence of Senor Vincent in order to occur.
I'm assuming that I will not be. I mean, I know it's not what you meant, but it could be potentially advantageous for me to go see Baron Vincent alone, or alone, like I go and then, people are keeping an eye on me or whatever, to try and see what I can find out. Because I can almost guarantee he'll be more comfortable and open if it's just him and I.
See, that's an idea. The other thing is, there are apparently those who are tracking us through clairvoyance or who knows what. They were waiting for us tonight. Several groups, in fact. So it may work to our favor if you are going to go see Baron Vincent and not lead them to his doorstep, that we do a little sleight of hand ourselves and make it appear that we are all going in one direction while one or more members of us go in another direction. As an example.
Yeah.
I think
that's good.
The other option is to not bring Jude to Baron Vincent, to bring Baron Vincent to
See.
Jude.
See, that works as well.
Indeed.
A little
Okay,
misdirection
so-
is never a bad thing.
Where are we like setting up to lock down for the rest of this night? Because I don't want to be. I want
The
to.
basement of Sandwich is probably the most secure location we have.
Agreed.
Okay. And then Jude kind of like flips the walkie-talkie over in her hand. All right, is there anything else we want to say to this person or ask them?
I'd rather keep that whole in case they need to
See.
continue to communicate.
Or we need,
Oh, yeah,
or we
totally.
wish to continue to communicate as well. But I would simply thank them for their involvement tonight and wish them a very good night and tell them we look forward to chatting with them again.
Okay. So Jude pushes the button down and says, all right, thank you for your assistance. We are going to keep this line of communication open. I hope you remain safe and have a good rest of your night, and we will chat to you later. Over.
There's a long pause. Over and out.
Bueno.
And at that point, I think like Jude is like leaning over with her like elbows on the top of her thighs and kind of just like leaning her head down and not saying anything.
Anybody else got any secrets that we need to know about?
What kind of secrets are you looking for?
I don't know. I mean, Jude had a pretty visible reaction with the mention of the Leopold. Jaws seems to be
You literally already know.
prophet
Like,
Messiah.
This was a secret I wasn't keeping from you.
I know, that's the problem. We don't have all of the, we don't know the game. We don't have all the pieces on the board.
why do you think I'm so frustrated? Because every time a part of the map is revealed, another part is obscured, and it's like this weird this shifting puzzle that reveals certain parts at certain times, but all of them never line up together, so we can never see the big fucking picture. And I would just like to say, you know what happened to me. There's nothing else to tell you. They obliterated everyone I knew in a second Inquisition raid in Milwaukee. As far as I know, they didn't track me after that. Abigail helped establish a identity for me now so that they can't track the old one. Okay, the last secret, I guess, that I'm holding, my sire, our relationship actually wasn't very good. She was actually kind of toxic. I was thinking about leaving anyway. I hated it. I felt stifled. There you go.
I mean, cool.
Cool. Are you happy, Mordecai?
My
No,
favorite
it's not about
rom-com
my
is
happiness. It's about
Serendipity.
safety.
There's
About
my
security.
secrets.
If I'm going to be basically providing the means of not all of us not getting shot or absconded with for God knows what reason by God knows who.
But you aren't.
Excuse me?
Whoever that was on the walkie-talkie was the one who
Exactly.
stopped us from being shot. You're not the
Exactly.
one stopping us from being shot.
Well, right now I am.
Oh,
However, I'm not taking credit for anything. It's not a thing. It's the safety of the current regime, the safety of everything. How do we know that they don't know that Jude is here, even despite your efforts? We don't.
We
I
have
mean,
danced.
You can
these are
assume they
rhetorical.
don't.
We don't.
We have danced
if-
this dance before. Anytime we have found a Nosferatu that is quietly and visibly watching us, and we go, how do we know that they're not there all the time? We assume they're there all the time, or we just do business as usual. This is an old conversation. How do we know that they don't know where we are now? We don't. Old conversation. Continuing on.
Nothing is ever certain, and as much as that is probably unpalatable to you and to most of us, it's the reality of our situation. We simply don't know all the things that we need to know, and that's it. And we have to deal with that. It's frustrating.
Well, I know
but
we need to get rid of this body, and we need to get to Sandwich. And we can figure it out from there.
Agreed.
And Jude like leans in wherever it leans closer to wherever Mordecai is located in the limo. And she says, the reason I had such a visceral reaction is because I care more about you all than I ever gave a single shit about those hippie new age posers that I was surrounded by in Milwaukee. And I do not want you all to suffer the same fate because of me. That's why I had a visceral reaction. Not because I'm scared about what's going to happen to me, because I am scared about the fallout that's going to happen to all of you. So excuse me for fucking caring once again. I can't wait till I banish all the emotion out of me so you can finally get off of my fucking ass.
And I'm going to lean over to Mordecai a little bit and go, see what happens when you poke the squishy?
Ja reaches out to touch Jude and then stops because Ja realizes he's not one of those people. He is one of the people with little humanity. Maybe you don't want Ja's comfort.
Wait, you don't like Karna now? I'm confused.
Don't keep
I'm
poking.
not having this conversation with you right now. I
Don't
legit
keep
am not.
poking. I'm about to smack you.
Yes. Agreed.
Not happy that there are more pieces on the board.
See,
I
but it's
understand
something
that
that's
you're not
happened.
happy. but
Join
that
the
is
fucking
reality.
club.
That is the
I'm
reality.
apparently the harbinger of great evil and doom happening to the world.
Now that is my personal disappointment because my sire has always told me I would be that. And dang it.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, it probably wouldn't happen if I didn't meet you. So there you go.
See, that is some consolation. I could be a good friend of the harbinger of doom and horror.
You're a harbinger by extension. Harbinger adjacent.
6 degrees, which is 6 degrees of harbinger. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm trying to lighten the mood.
When we get to Sandwich, Duran is going to head back to his haven.
All right.
Ditto.
It's a short walk. And it'll be, I think tomorrow night, for those of you staying here where you feel most comfortable and safest, I'm not staying in that basement. Then tomorrow night we should regather here, see what we've got, and make some moves of our own.
Ja doesn't have security at home, so yep, he's staying at the at Sandwich.
Abigail's actually gonna go, like, after Sandwich, she's gonna basically hop on a bike and head back to the Chantry because she feels like that is probably the best place for her to be right now. She still has a few hours of usable research time.
I mean, logistically, it makes sense just to drop people off so then they're not, riding around exposed.
I mean, yeah. Where would Jude be staying this particular eve? Or morning?
I think if Ja is saying that Sandwich is the safest place, she will just lock herself in and push up the stairs and take all the precautions to just stay in the basement.
All right.
If it's not officially because I don't know what if there needs to be any sunproofing or any sort of Okay, I didn't think
it's very sunproof.
Okay, great. So yeah, is Ja staying down there too?
Yeah, Ja can't go home if they're being targeted. That's just a terrible idea.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so yeah, she's staying there.
All right. So at that point, it's a good time to call this particular episode to a close. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you for any bits or subscriptions or any cheering that you've done. It was always appreciated. And we're going to do some quick outros. And then we're going to hop you over to Philly by Night over on Rolling D's 20s. So, let's go in the reverse order. Cliff.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, start with me. Thanks for reading, folk. My name is Cliff. I played Duran Giovanni tonight, who's, it's been a night. Okay, so you can, it's all the comment I'm going to make. I will make further comment probably next week in great amounts. You can find me here every Saturday for this very interesting and twisted little game with this incredible crew. You can also find me on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, as I've been corrected occasionally, running storytelling, changing the 20th anniversary chronicle Toronto by Day Tales from the Rookery, where there's what happened this week? Oh, darned if I remember anymore. They went to, they met another member of the coterie. You would have just seen that, and that got a little strange and twisted. So tune in Wednesday coming to see what kind of strange and twisted comes down the pipes, because wow, that coterie's going weird places. You'll find me here and there and other places around the net as the Vintage GM, and that's it for me. Thank you very much. Love you all.
And Sarah.
Hello, my name is Sara. I played Prince Jude. You can find me at MC Diebeats on Twitter. I'm also a creative partner at Martlet Games. Over there, we have a bunch of cool vampire stuff. We have Indie Anarchs, which is about anarchs in Indianapolis and Ministry-controlled city. So very interesting stuff there. That's canonical. So there is that. That is on Sunday nights. You can find me here as part of the Saturday Vampire Takeover. You can find me here also as we wrap up the first season of Phandalin by Night, our Lost Minds of Phandelver D&D campaign. We're finishing up season 1, so please join us for the penultimate episode tomorrow. That is at 5 p.m. Eastern here on Vancouver by Night. Other than that, you can look for me soon in the storyteller's chair for London's Bleeding, My Vampire the Masquerade Historical Chronicle. And if you are a $5 Patreon tier at Martlet, you can already see the first 2 episodes. So you can definitely, that's a really great perk for that right now, among a couple other things on there. So other than that, just follow my Twitter. You'll see what I'm doing. Thanks, everybody.
And Mike.
Hi, Mike. Played Mordecai. Very intriguing stuff happening. Mordecai has a lot of phone calls to make. You can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram and TikTok, and CDN Captain America on Twitter, where I do mostly D&D stuff. Other than that, I can be caught here at 3 p.m. PST for this game, Saturdays. I'm a bad penny. I keep turning up. Occasionally guesting, potentially in other games in Toronto, based in, subject to storyteller approval, and whether or not they want to actually inflict some misery on the motley in the question. And I have some other things coming down the pipe, but I'll let you know soon.
And Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet, and that is where you can find me. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and all that jazz. Let's see. Up next, obviously, Philly by Night over on Rolling These 20s. That crew is testing their own clan coterie. What do you call it? They're fucking
Dynamic?
ideals. No. It's the mechanical word for it. They're chronicle tenants. Theirs are fucking around and finding out, and those 2 are their chronicle tenants, and they're doing just that. After the prince told them, hey, you need to shut down your cell phones and all your technology because the Second Inquisition's on our ass, they were like, nah, we're not going to do that. And then the Second Inquisition was on their ass. So you'll see how that turns out in the next episode. Beyond that, you catch me on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time for Wayward Revelry, a D&D 5e campaign based in Wild Beyond the Witchlight with my own horrific twists. You could see someone get one shot a giant snake with an inflict wounds. If you go back and watch our last episode, it was bonkers. And then on Sundays, I am back again in the evening time, but this time as a player over on Gehenna Gaming for Strixhaven After the Fall. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I am playing Kumalani Renar, or the Kumo, a Goliath Blade Singer wizard. It is one of the funnest characters I've ever played. He's absolutely absurd. There's a bunch of other stuff I'm in. Follow my Twitter for all of that. There's more stuff to come. I am in a bunch of shenanigans, and I am excited to share them with y'all.
And Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna. You will find me on Twitter as Hyrule Gardener, and you will find me here every week on Saturdays doing this, playing the Techie Tremere and trying not to get shot. I haven't much to say other than please go see our YouTube. Please go join our Patreon if you are so inclined. If you do join our YouTube, and merch, of course, too. But if you do go to our YouTube and you do subscribe, you do actually have a chance of getting one of these. As Steve said earlier today, these are amazing. I love them. And Dogmite is just bloody amazing for giving us this merch for a giveaway. They have a dice sheath as well. So if we hit 1,000 by April 30th, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is, by the way, free, we will be giving away a player pad. If we hit 1,200, we will give away as well a dice sheath. So please hit subscribe and let us do some magic for you.
And this guy's Storyteller Steve. So, as Joanna mentioned, you can win one of these. All you gotta do is sub on the YouTubes. Come back tomorrow for, follow us for the raid over to Rolling D's 20s. And then stick around. I believe it's on Dimples and Dice tomorrow for the 11 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah. So go
Twitch.tv/Dimples and Dice.
Go to Dimples and Dice after that for the 11 a.m. EST game. Come back here for our 2 p.m. D&D game on PST, and then hop over.
That's not 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would rage y'all.
And then come back for our Phandalin by Night for that, and then follow Prince around, because it's unfortunately we can't just raid into each other. Because there's just a bit too much of a gap on the timing for those. And then come back here on Wednesday, 3:30 p.m. PDT. I almost said it. For our Changeling game to meet the new Motley member. And come back Friday for Rime of the Frost Maiden. And then back here on Saturday for another episode. We are getting close to the end. This is episode 13. We are doing 15 for this season. Something may be coming up to happen. Who knows? So just hang tight, everybody, for the raid, and we will see you all next week for some more Vampire. Have a good night, everybody.